Dr. Zethkari had practiced xenobiology for 43 years and thought he had seen every type of injury the galaxy could produce. Then Marcus Thompson walked into his emergency bay with a piece of shrapnel through his chest, calmly asking if anyone had a bandage. The alien medical staff froze in horror as the human pulled out the metal fragment and tossed it aside like an inconvenience. The Meridian Station Medical Center was considered the finest trauma facility in the Outer Rim, equipped with technology that could resurrect the recently deceased and regrow entire limbs. Dr. Zethkari had trained under the best surgeons from 17 different species, learning to treat everything from Altarian crystalline fractures to vegan neural cascade failures. His staff included specialists from across the galaxy, each expert in their own species' unique biology. Marcus Thompson was just another cargo hauler passing through the station when the mining accident happened. The freight loading bay had suffered a catastrophic decompression, sending debris flying through the area at lethal velocities. 3 alien workers had been rushed to the medical center with injuries that would require weeks of intensive care. The 4th casualty walked in under his own power. "Excuse me," Marcus said politely to the triage nurse, a Centauri whose 6 eyes widened in disbelief. "I think I might need some medical attention." The metal shard protruding from his chest was clearly visible through his torn shirt, and his left arm hung at an angle that would have sent any other species into shock. The nurse's translation device struggled to process her response. "Sir, you should be dead. That projectile has penetrated your thoracic cavity. Your arm appears to be fractured in multiple locations. You're exhibiting signs of severe internal bleeding." Marcus looked down at himself with mild interest. "Yeah, it's been better days. But I've got a cargo delivery in 6 hours, so if we could patch this up quickly, I'd appreciate it." Dr. Zethkari rushed to the triage area, his medical scanner already beeping frantically. The readings it displayed were impossible according to everything he knew about humanoid biology. The human's vital signs showed massive trauma, but his brain activity remained completely normal. His pain receptors were firing, but somehow the signals weren't reaching the conscious mind. "How are you still conscious?" Dr. Zethkari demanded, pulling up holographic displays of the human's internal injuries. "According to my instruments, you should be in a coma. Your nervous system should be completely overwhelmed." Marcus shrugged with his good shoulder. "Pain is just weakness leaving the body. Had worse injuries playing rugby back home." The medical team worked frantically to stabilize their patient, but Marcus kept trying to get up from the examination table. Every time they sedated him, he metabolized the drugs faster than should have been possible. Every time they tried to immobilize him, he found ways to move despite restraints designed for species 3 times his size. "Doctor," whispered Nurse Velterra, "his bone density readings are off the charts, and his muscle tissue shows signs of constant microtrauma that's been healing and strengthening over time." Dr. Zethkari nodded grimly. "He's from a Deathworld. Look at his medical history." The data file made sobering reading. Marcus had survived injuries that would have killed most galactic citizens: broken bones, internal bleeding, burns, and infections that should have been fatal. Each incident had been treated as routine by human medical standards. "We're not just treating injuries," Dr. Zethkari realized. "We're witnessing the product of evolution on a planet that actively tries to kill its inhabitants." During the surgery, Marcus remained conscious and chatty despite enough anesthesia to knock out a Kraken wail. "Doc, is that my liver?" he asked, watching the holographic display of his internal organs. "Always wondered what it looked like. Took a beating over the years." "Please remain still," Dr. Zethkari pleaded. "Your liver has been lacerated in 3 places. You're losing blood faster than we can replace it." "Oh, I'll make more," Marcus replied cheerfully. "Bodies are pretty good at that. Just need some iron and protein when this is over." The surgery took 6 hours. What should have been a routine procedure became a lesson in human physiology for the entire medical staff. Marcus's bones were denser than most species' armor. His organs were positioned differently than standard humanoid anatomy suggested. His cardiovascular system had redundancies that allowed him to function with massive blood loss. "This is incredible," Dr. Zethkari muttered, watching human tissue regenerate at a rate that defied medical understanding. His cellular repair mechanisms are working at 10 times the normal rate for humanoid species. Humans don't heal, observed his assistant. They adapt. Every injury makes them stronger. When the surgery was complete, Marcus sat up immediately, much to the horror of the medical staff. Thanks, document, send the bill to my company. Now, where did I put my shirt? Sir, you need at least 2 weeks of recovery time, Dr. Zethkari protested. Your body has suffered massive trauma. You need rest, proper nutrition, and careful monitoring. Marcus was already putting on his damaged shirt. Doc, I appreciate the concern, but I've got a schedule to keep. This is nothing compared to the time I got trampled by a buffalo. He paused at the door. Though if you've got any coffee, that would be great. Surgery always makes me hungry. The medical staff watched in stunned silence as Marcus walked out of the facility, moving with only a slight limp to show he'd been injured at all. Dr. Zethkari made extensive notes about the case, but knew that no one would believe his report without video evidence. 3 days later, Marcus returned to the medical center carrying a case of Earth coffee and a bottle of something he called bourbon. Figured I should thank you properly, he said, setting down the gifts. And I wanted to apologize for bleeding on your nice clean floors. How do you feel? Dr. Zethkari asked, running his scanner over the human. Right as rain, Marcus replied. Couple of new scars, but they give me character. The ladies love battle scars. Dr. Zethkari's scanner showed that Marcus had not only healed completely, but the injured areas were now stronger than before. This is impossible. Your bone density at the fracture sites has increased by 30%. Your muscle tissue shows signs of enhanced fiber development. We have a saying back home, Marcus said with a grin. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Turns out it's literally true. The case study Dr. Zethkari published became required reading at medical schools across the galaxy. Human physiology was reclassified as adaptive trauma response, and Deathworld species were given their own medical protocols. The galaxy learned that humans didn't just survive injuries, they learned from them. Marcus Thompson became something of a legend among medical professionals, though he never understood why. To him, walking off injuries that would cripple other species was just another Tuesday. After all, he was from Earth, where surviving was just the first step toward thriving.